will never ever hold us responsible for that. If something happens in your life and you had no role to play in it, you are not accountable. But if something happened in your life and it was a result directly or indirectly of something you did or did not do, then you are indeed responsible to that degree. The reason I say this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us that I created Satan. In fact, in such a unique way, He reminded us about the whole plan that shaitan has when Allah Almighty created Adam alayhi salam. Allah did not need to create Adam from the clay or the soil or the dirt or the dust of the earth, but He chose to do that. And Allah did not need that Iblis, may Allah's curse be upon him, Allah did not need that Iblis refused to prostrate. If Allah wanted, it would not have been that. But Allah wanted it for a reason. What was the reason? In order to test us. He created us as a unique creation. Angels do not disobey Allah. Shaitan does not obey Allah. In the middle you have insan, man, you and I. Allah says, we show you what is right and wrong. We give you the capacity to distinguish between the two. We give you the brains to understand it. And we expect you, using that God-given capacity, to do the right thing and abstain from the wrong. So man is in the middle. If someone were to commit a sin, it is because that person has chosen to commit a sin. You can never do something wrong and say, I only did it because Allah wanted me to do it. You cannot say that. Allah says, I gave you the capacity and I told you not to do it. When we see our brothers and sisters and the children of Gaza and Lebanon and Syria and so many other places being butchered, may Allah protect them. When we see them being slaughtered and a genocide being committed and people afraid to call it a genocide, and people for whatever political reasons or selfish reasons or racial reasons, whatever the reasons may be, for them to abstain from calling it what exactly it is. When we witness that, don't blame Allah. People say, why would Allah allow children to be killed? The true question is, why are human beings doing it? Human beings are doing it and you are blaming Allah? Allah told you not to do it. So if someone is pinching, don't blame Allah for that pinching. If someone is committing zina or adultery, don't blame someone for the adultery. Sorry, don't blame Allah for it. Don't blame Allah for the sins that are being committed on earth. Allah told you, I gave you the capacity and I told you what to do and not to do. Very soon you are going to return to me, then I will inform you what the result of your examination and your test was. So when an examiner has dished out the examination papers and the students are writing, when they make mistakes, do you blame the examiner? No, you don't. It's up to you. You know 1 + 1 is 2. You are the one who willfully wrote 3, and then you want to blame us? May Allah Almighty forgive us. So don't let anyone fool you to say, whatever crime is happening, it's because Allah is not merciful. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Allah is the most merciful, the most kind. Allah says, had He punished people instantly because of the sins they committed, there would be no one left on earth. That's a verse of the Quran. May Allah Almighty forgive us. Allah says, وَلَكِنْ يُؤَخِّرُهُمْ إِلَىٰ أَجَلٍ مُسَمًّى. But it's the plan of Allah to delay you for a short period of time that is fixed. Man will not live for more than 70 to 100 years. Mostly, no one really survives beyond that point. In fact, nowadays, in many countries, we are hearing of people passing away even earlier than that. May Allah grant Jannatul Firdaus to all those members of the Ummah who have passed on. And may Allah make it easy for us the day we pass on. So remember, when things occur, when someone does something, it is Allah Almighty who gave them a capacity, yes indeed. And Allah guided them, Allah showed them, Allah told them. If they did not obey, you don't blame Allah, you blame them. And if they obeyed, you thank Allah because He granted them acceptance. When Allah uses you to put some money in this beautiful masjid, Masjidun Noor, which according to my opinion is one of the best in the whole region,